What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Hagane. Yes, indeed, Hagane Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bot, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Greg Garvin, and Greg wanted to see me react to this. It is Hagane with a tune called SiN. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Hagane, shocking, and the video has 69,000 views.
Nice.
It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Hagane, SiN. Short, sweet, to the point. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
We
switching gears like that, kind of reminiscent of Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden is known for doing that kind of stuff, where they'll just, they'll be coasting along in a song, and out of nowhere, with absolutely no setup or warning, they'll just switch up gears. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is like one of the first songs to come to mind, because they do it multiple times in that song. But they'll just, switch gears. And that's exactly what happened here. No rhyme, no reason, no warning, no setup, just boom. Here it is. We're going to go this way now. Okay, here's the thing, though. A little awkward, yes, but it sounds good. They pulled it off. They made it work. I think part of it's because they're going into a solo section first, to kind of set the mood and tone for what's going to happen next. I think that's part of the reason why it works. Okay, so I'm at 240. Don't let me forget that, 240. I want to come back here. I know this is toward the beginning of the song. Now, I get a lot of criticism for being, how should I put this? I get a lot of criticism for being too harsh or expecting too much when it comes to bands playing live. I get a lot of criticism from viewers who say that, I expect too much, and the band doesn't need to do these things, and the bands that I'm criticizing they don't have the room, or that's my favorite excuse, I think. They're playing on a small stage, and there's only so much real estate that they have to work with, and basically these viewers are making up every excuse they possibly can for the band to enable them and excuse them from expectation and to accept mediocrity. Okay, well, to all those individuals, watch what you're gonna see. Okay. Right here. Small stage. Not a whole lot of room to work with. Right? Okay. Watch what we see here. So what did we just see there? On a small stage, we saw a guitar player over on stage right, come around behind the lead vocalist, right? Came over here, guitar player over on stage left said, okay, let me scoot over here, so we'll both take the center stage so we can interact with each other while the lead vocalist goes all the way over to stage right so that she can engage the crowd over on stage right. Did that take a lot of effort? No. Did it take some thinking? Yeah. This was clearly planned. It was clearly, thought out. It was blocked out. It was organized. To some extent, you could say it was choreographed. I guess you could say that. It was predetermined. But here's the thing. Small stage. Effort put out, stage interaction, crowd interaction, I'm sure, from the lead vocalist when she goes over to stage right, stage energy, thanks to movement and motion. We just covered 3 out of the 5 things that I look for. We just covered the most important one, probably the more difficult ones to do during the course of a live show. The ones that all these other fans, all these fans of all these other bands make up excuses for when their band doesn't do it. These ladies just did it on a small stage. So, small stage is no longer a valid excuse, folks. I'm sorry, it's not. They were able to do it. Why can't these other bands do it? Give me another excuse, please. I would love to hear what other excuses people could come up with to excuse their favorite band from not doing simple things like this. Basically, what it comes down to, folks, is this. There is no excuse. There really isn't. These ladies can do it on this small stage. Any band can do it. So, I don't want to hear any more excuses from these people. I really don't. I mean, you could try. Go ahead. Throw them at me. I will discredit them. And I'm going to use this video as a point of reference. You know, where did the exchange happen? I'm going to write it down. Okay. 49 seconds. Let me write this down, because I'm going to use this as a point of reference every time someone makes an excuse. Oh, you expect too much. Oh, their band's playing on a small stage. Oh, they don't have room to do it. Oh boy. I am so going to use this as a point of reference. 49 seconds into Hagane SiN. Let me write that down too so I don't forget. Hagane SiN. There it is. At the 49-second mark. Yeah, I'm going to use this as a point of reference. Absolutely. Every time someone tries to make an excuse for their favorite band. Oh, they don't have the room. Oh, the stage is too small. You expect too much. No, I don't. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I give you Exhibit A. Hagane. Live performance of the song SiN at the 49-second mark. You watch. I'm not kidding. I'm going to use this. I am absolutely going to use this. Now, where was I? 240, 236. Close enough. Let's get back into this, shall we? Crowd interaction. Yep. No issues with that at all. let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Hagane with SiN. This was a request from Greg Garvin. Okay, I already talked about everything I wanted to talk about during the course of the reaction. So this is going to be a pretty quick review, I have a feeling. Let's get to it, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation a 7.5. Yep, 7.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.5. What does that mean? Well, a 7.5 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B as in boy, B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.5, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Haha, so glad you asked. Song was good. I got no issue with the song. I thought the song was well done. I thought it was well written. I like the fact that we had those change-ups. We had 1, 2. Well, okay, technically we did have 3. The third one just brought us back to where we were at the beginning. So it brought us back around again. But very Iron Maidenish in that regard as far as how it was approached. You know, when it came to the suddenness of the turnarounds, of the change-ups. No decelerando, no decrescendo, just, you know, we're playing along, and then all of a sudden, boom, change. What? Where are we going? And then we go along for a while, and then same thing. We get to this apex point, we hit a chord, we hold it, change, and it's just in a completely different direction then. It was, like I said, the first thing that came to mind, Rime of the Ancient Mariner from Iron Maiden. They did that quite a bit on that song as well. I thought that was really, really well done. It kept me vested as a listener. It absolutely did. I had to, otherwise I would be left behind. No, it was well done, well thought out. It wasn't displeasing. It wasn't unpleasant. It was just sudden, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as there's a, no pun intended, rhyme or reason for it. You know, as long as it's done well, I got no issue with it. I thought it was done very, very well, and it sounded good. Musicianship across the board, no problem with anything I heard. Guitar playing was very well done, especially in a live setting. You got that live sound, without question. I really wish we could have gotten the audio from the board, but yeah, it's all right. I'm just glad to see the microphone wasn't being overblown or blown out. That was a good thing, or clipped. I wish the vocals had been just a little bit louder in the mix. But overall, really nice sound from everybody. Surprisingly, I actually heard the bass pretty well in the mix. That was a little shocking. Not the best song I've heard from them, if I'm being honest. I've heard better songs from them, but it was still a really good song. I would give the song on its own, just the song, I would give it about a 7.2, 7.3, somewhere in there. But I'm giving this a 7.5. What happened there? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know what I'm gonna say, so say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score, or it can hurt your score. And in this case, it helped. It did help a little bit. Not as much as I was hoping for, but it did help a little bit. Going down the checklist, let's see how many check boxes they got. Stage presence, check. They look like performers, they acted like performers, no worries there. Stage energy, as I demonstrated at the beginning of the song, at the 49-second mark of this song, we saw some movement and motion happening for not just one person, but multiple people. Now, granted, it only happened at that spot and in another spot where everybody went back to their original positions, and that was pretty much the only movement and motion that we had. But we still had movement and motion. So I can give it the check box. It's not a huge check, It's not a strong check, but it is a check nonetheless. Same thing when it came to stage interaction. Again, it's getting a check. Not a lot of it, just enough to get the checkbox, but we got the checkbox. So there's another check. Crowd interaction. A couple of times I noticed the lead vocalist, when she was doing her movements and her motions, she was looking right at the crowd as she did them. Folks, there is a big difference when it comes to perception. There's a big difference between doing a grandiose movement like this, where you're looking up at absolutely nobody, doing that exact same motion and look down at the crowd, and do this or this as compared to this. One is very theatric, one is very, grandioso and dramatic, and the other one looks like you're engaging the crowd, pointing to the crowd, motioning to the crowd. Even though it's the exact same movement and motion, one is directed to the crowd, one is not. So I'm sorry, but I know, and people are going to go, well, that's a stretch. No, it's not. It's perception, okay? So she would look at the crowd when she did it. I can therefore count that as crowd interaction. So yes, that gets a check. Showmanship, same thing, hand in hand. So that gets a check as well. Production? Nah, there was no production. I don't even think the lights were designed to go with that performance. I think the lights were just, following a generic programming. So I don't think they were designed to go with that song at all. But then again, I may be wrong, but I didn't see anything. So no check for the production, but that's okay. Production's always been bonus points anyway. So I'm taking all these factors into account here, and it did raise the score a little bit. Not a lot, I would have liked to have seen more when it came to the movement and motion, but at least I saw it. And I can use this as ammunition against anybody next time I criticize a band for not doing any movement and motion, not doing any crowd interaction, not doing any stage interaction. The next time I criticize a band for not doing these things, and I have all of these defenders coming out of the woodwork, defending their favorite band's lack of performance and being able to accept mediocrity, and then they're going to sit there and go, well, you expect too much. They were on a small stage. They didn't have a lot of room to work with. Well, I got this, and I fully intend to use this as my opening statement, my evidence, and my closing argument. This is really the only piece of evidence I need. It can be done. Your band just chose not to do it, and you're choosing mediocrity. That's on you. Me? No. I expect more. So, anyway, 7.5. Yeah, for this song, this performance, this overall presentation, that sounds about right. So, let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.5, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope that was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.